Now let's get back to it then, shall we? Anything else to say?
Kratos! Sorry about earlier. Talking about your wife like that.
Do not be.
No, let me apologize. Feeling the All-Father's spear in your back makes a man want to set things right.
Your silence on the matter is enough.
Ah, if you say so.
You again. You know, you're the reason Odin's thugs are marching around the city.
We're killing all the Einherjar we can find, if that's any consolation.
Whoa, whoa! How about we just take that outside? This is a peace-loving establishment.
Full, so I don't need to pick up that.
Careful, brother. You're covered in bygone.
I know I'm close to finishing a couple of those.
More violence in the streets will convince the citizenry that it's safe to emerge.
Wee.
Here.
Hey, one of the plants I need.
Sparkthorn.
What am I missing here? Missing a raven. Oh, unavoidable. Oh, come on. What just happened? Okay, you're pissing me off. Why are you not stunned?
Use a shield strike!
Will you die? The fuck was that thing's problem?
Did you make the spear? Wait, no. Brock has to be the one to tell me what happened. I'm just gonna pretend I was never here.
That thing was annoying as hell.
fair few birds you've hunted. I wonder if it might be worth visiting the Raven Tree.
There is a Berserker gravestone here. Really? Okay. There's the chest.
Look, over there.
What you got for me? I like these better. Treasure map. Okay, where's this treasure map? That's back in the Apple Core, so not right now. Yeah, I think I'm ready to go back. Back to the tree we go.
It's amazing. After all my time away, there is truly nothing I missed about this place. At your service.
Yeah. Hey, that got me a level 5 too. Nice.
That ought to hurt him.
Sure, let's do that too.
May it strike true.
I'll need luminous alloy for my next ones, huh?
And for the Valkyrie Queen? What'll it be?
What is this? Exclamation point I can't get to go away. I have the stuff to upgrade. Let's upgrade it. About phone. Nothing
Whatever
important.
you need, whenever you need it.
And this wasn't the way
Kratos?
to the thing.
Lady Freya.
Hello, Sindri.
Also not the way. Get that pumpkin.
So much for drinking in peace.
No, we're just cutting through here. See what's waiting for me here.
Kratos? Lady?
I suppose your skills are needed.
New father, new mother, new fate to suffer. Our lives cut short, souls sinking.
Okay, yes. Try that one out.
Deeper, until gathered up.
An acolyte of Odin's, very secretive, trusted with his dirtiest deeds. Never met him myself.
Got that one close.
Now that you have a weapon to deal with Heimdall, we just need to find a way to get to him.
Aye, if that's still the plan.
It is. I will protect my son.
So, then it seems the original plan to avoid Ragnarok has fallen a bit by the wayside.
That is up to Odin.
Yes, that's rather what concerns me. Listen, brother. Those things he said to you.
His words are nothing.
True, though I expect retaliation is no empty threat. We need to think through the ins and outs of it.
You're getting ahead of yourself. Let's see if Sindri has had any luck.
You've rescued them!
Kratos,
Here's what I
Spartan,
found.
savior of the Leanworms. What a rambunctious bunch.
Seems we met another of your detachable emotional apparitions. Bit too twitchy to tell us his name, though.
Ah, you must mean anxiety. Oh no. Why are you talking about me? What did I do?
Oh, you should have heard the shit they were talking.
What? Oh dear, oh dear. There was no such talk. Shame on you, Bitter. Are you sure? Yes, Anxious. No opprobrium to be found in this discourse. I was merely making your acquaintance with our adventuring friends here. Ah, people! Well, there it is. Journey forth in health and safety, my friends.
Yes, we'll be moving along to other things now, you hulking dingbat.
There he is! Hey! Come show off the spear. See what we done. Now do the thing!
Oh, look at that. She's
Do the
special,
thing.
that one.
Ain't gotta tell me.
Have you found a way to reach Asgard?
Not as such. Had a few ideas, but they didn't so much work.
Brother, without a way to Asgard, what are we doing?
I do not know. I need to think. I am tired.
Retire.
So, you're sure nothing unusual happened with the lady? Nothing at all?
Nothing whatever. Smooth as snail shit, like I said. Why? For some reason you expected it to flip sideways?
What? No, of course not. I'm delighted to hear everything proceeded as planned.
Well, they did. And it was a proper adventure to boot. I taught them all about the nature of the thing and the form of the thing. Become a whole motif.
You're making up words again.
I said it was a motif, and it was beautiful.
You are impossible.
I'm the most possible one around here.
Most possible one around. Where's Tyr?
Where are you going, brother?
Sleep.
So we're just keeping blindly on then, hoping we don't walk headlong into Ragnarok. Is that your plan?
I was just gonna dream into Kratos or Atreus again. We'll find out. Or another dream with Faye. There's her ash bag. Transitioning to something, probably.
Kratos. You all right?
Baby Atreus.
Well, your father seems very ready to go. Shall we then? This way, Grumbles. Do you enjoy the gentle waves, little one? Your father and I traverse this river often. One day, you will learn to navigate its waters. We live deep in the wilds. The most beautiful forest in all of Midgard.
It's a pretty beautiful
It's
forest.
safe and serene here. Game is plentiful, and you will want for nothing. We're not far from the place your father and I first met. We nearly took each other's heads off. But he's softened since then. Somewhat. Unfortunately for you, he remains dreadfully stoic. I suppose it will fall to me to teach you language. Your father can teach you to hunt. Or perhaps that will fall to me as well, since all he seems to be good for is grunting. Have you nothing to say to your son?
What would you have me say, Faye?
Anything. Let him learn your voice. Let him know you.
He is far better off knowing as little as possible.
Knowledge is not always a burden. Think. The mighty god of war, frightened of his own child.
I do not fear our child, Faye. I fear for him. He is innocent.
We are not our failures. We are not who we were. We must be better.
Oh, that's where he got that line from. Remember he said that in the first game, the first game before this. Atreus missed the shot on the deer.
Atreus is our future. Keep him safe, Kratos. Protect our son.
Why is the candle on? I thought he is still in Dream. Oh. Guess it's Atreus time again.
What did that wall ever do to you? Building focus. Something my father taught me.
It work?
Not yet.
So, what you focusing on anyway?
Controlling my emotions. Heimdall keeps trying to make me lose my cool. I can't give into it.
Thrud, hey, it's Thrud. Hey, be cool.
Training without me?
that a good idea? Training? I mean, I think it's a great idea, but won't your mom be mad if she finds out?
Good point. But did you consider?
No, it didn't. That didn't hurt. Also.
Anyways, grandfather wants to see you.
Oh, grandfather. Right. Okay. Here, then take this, and send my regards to Sif, Lady Sif, and Atreus. See you later. And Thrud. Bye, Thrud.
Midgardian boys are so weird.
Weird can be good.
The two of you, I swear.
What's in the jar?
Milk curd, Mom's favorite. It's his way of helping. Grandfather's in his study. Catch up later?
Milk curd, huh? It's a type of cheese. But we go find part 3 of Mask.
Huh. Nicely equipped. What needs work?
Yeah, I think I'm fine with that setup still. Sounds good.
Sif and Thor's room. Everyone back home would freak if they knew I was in here. Wait, what am I doing in here?
It was open. I came to look and steal stuff if I can steal anything.
You don't understand. It's a lot more complicated than you think. You don't need to know why things...
But I'm old enough.
This isn't about your age.
Then what is it about? Because by this point, Magni and Modi...
were set on the path that led to their death. I don't understand.
You never try to.
Then help me. Why are you so intent to walk the same path? And with that boy, no less.
It's not about him. This is my dream. Haven't you ever...
You're not some farmhand. We're Aesir. We have duties, not dreams. And you need to start acting like it.
Sometimes I hate you.
They don't get along the best. What's going on in here? Nope, just go straight to Odin's study.
Not here. Maybe Odin's down in his library. Huh. Is this old, or does he make them paint him young?
I just don't get it. The mask. Bringing the giant that killed my sons here. Why?
I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. Stop letting your wife think for you. She's clouding whatever's left of your brain.
This isn't about her.
No, it's about your limitations. Accept them and move on. Now go smash something, will you? Honestly, I liked you better as a drunk. Loki, come here.
Finally figured it out. This is where you killed Ymir, isn't it? The first giant?
Tell me, can you murder a landslide? Smother a storm? He was more, a force of nature, a vessel of power. I was young, foolish, saw an opportunity to create something more. I know you think it's cruel, but I did what I had to protect my own.
Why build your house here? What's in there? I'm gonna trust you.
I'm trying to tell you. In the wake of Ymir's death, I saw something. The rift. Possibly the birthplace of reality. I looked inside, and something was there looking back at me. It whispered to me things I couldn't possibly comprehend, but I knew they were true. When it blinded me, I thought it was over, that I'd never see inside again. And then I found this. And I knew that it would finally let me see the answers. You see, son, I don't know where I go when I go. There's no Valhalla for me. Ragnarok cannot be the end. I need to know there's something more than this. I need to know what happens to me. And that's the truth, I swear, on my last good eye. That's the truth.
The writing on here talks about a cold breath.
Helheim.
Breath. Wind. It's gotta be Helheim.
Helheim, you say? I'll take it. And I know just the person to accompany you.
Hey, wonder what her
trusting
abilities are.
You two can handle this responsibility.
You can count on us.
Oh, forgot to mention. Heimdall will be joining you.
What a privilege. For all of us.
Oh, whoa, 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 hold up. You don't want to walk into the blistering cold of Helheim without this. Efrilau should keep you nice and toasty. You're welcome.
Huh. Ymir said even Odin couldn't survive the cold in Helheim.
You believe everything that old goat says?
Thrud, too bad your first time outside Asgard has to be to Helheim.
Nah, we're gonna make the most of this.
Unleashing hell.
Now, as much as I would love to babysit, I have something else to do for the Allfather. If you run into any trouble, just scream so I know where to find your bodies.
You're a doll as always, Heimdall.
Let's find that mask piece.
Finally, I can test my skills alongside the real Valkyrie expert.
First off, Hellwalkers are nothing compared to Valkyries. Second, I thought you didn't believe me.
Yeah, still on the right path, because...
Hellwalker, here's your chance.
Got him.
For the record,
I think I'm just gonna save up for that.
I believe you fought the Valkyries. I just don't believe it was Grandfather who corrupted them, or that he caused the desolation in Midgard, or that he had all the giants killed. Am I missing anything?
Lots actually.
It's over here. This is the dead end? That was the dead end.
More Hellwalkers! I got this!
What? I'm just supposed to walk? No way!
Nightmare!
Wow, that's really good.
Well, what other heinous crimes has my grandfather committed?
Let's see. He decimated Vanaheim, tortured Tyr, murdered Groa, murdered Ymir. Goes on and on.
Interesting. And where'd you hear all this?
Freya and Mimir told me.
Oh, so his traitorous ex-wife and a bitter former advisor. Got it.
Look, you don't believe me, but...
No, I don't. Either you're full of crap, or you're a hypocrite for helping him. Can we just focus on the mission?
Still going the right way.
My father wasn't always the person he is now. But he changed. Maybe Odin can too. I know how hard it is to hear this stuff, but you should know the truth. What you choose to do with it, that's up to you.
Dock of Vagelmir. Now, if you ever come through here with Kratos, you'll want to use the Blades of Chaos, because everything's weak to them here.
Dead end. This is where the mask said to go?
Let's double back. We'll find a way around. More Hellwalkers! That means we're headed the right way! Funkily!
Something's still around. Okay, that works.
Well, there's a big hole up there now. Could be our way around. Maybe we can use the big crate.
I got this.
Uh-huh, sure you do.
Hey, we're okay, right?
I guess. Maybe our families are just meant to be enemies.
Well, not us. I don't believe that.
Okay. Oh, okay.
What I do believe is that you'll make a great Valkyrie. I'll tell your mom the same thing. Even if she scares the life out of me.
That means a lot. Now, we have a mask piece to find.
That one seems cool.
No way through up here either. Now what?
Not sure. But my gut's telling me what we need is here.
It fell through the floor!
Could be our way up. Let's head back down and find out. Now we go right.
Into a group of Hellwalkers. Let's get 'em! Whoa! What's that?
A revenant! I'll slow it down for you!
Nah, I got this!
Stop doing that!
Very, very creepy.
Ooh, timber. What'd that do? Do you want to find someplace else? Nope.
And this way's blocked too.
There has to be another way. Keep your eyes peeled. Looks like there's more soundstone on the grate. You got the all reason. Let's go. What's the mask say?
So, the mask's pull is a little weird with all these buildings in the way, but I think we're going the right way.
You think?
Gimme.
company. Nightmare!
Where?
Wait, so this way?
Sure.
Are you messing with me? I need this to go well. I need my family to see what I can do.
I know. We both do.
Back to full.
Mask?
Looks like it's through here.
Imagine that.
Let me get that for you. Okay, this thing is really fighting me. See anything in there?
There.
Nice. Whatever you shot crashed through the floor again. Let's head back and check it out. Not so. I talk about my mom a lot. What's your dad like?
He's intense. Like he's trying to force me into this mold. But I'm not sure that's me.
Oof. Well, I know exactly what that's like.
Thing is, I don't know what I want. I love that you do.
You'll figure it out.
Whoa!
Okay, that's a big one. More of them.
I want the health. Unavoidable. That could have gone better.
The rush. Does it ever go away?
Jerk.
No, it doesn't.
Mom's gonna have a real tough time keeping me in Asgard after this. Which way?
The mask showed it was straight ahead earlier. But of course the way's blocked.
Maybe they're trying to keep people out. Or something in. I bet there's another way around. Sweet!
So, how'd you know you wanted to be a Valkyrie?
I didn't always. After a bad fight with Mom, I snuck out and found them training. Somehow every movement they made had such purpose, like they knew exactly where they needed to be. And in that moment, so did I. So, where to now?
Looks like it's through here.
Come on. Keep push.
So training gave me...
Too heavy?
Shut up! Something's blocking it.
I'll take a look. But I want to hear the rest.
Deal.
Not bad.
I know. As I was saying, seeing the Valkyries fight, all strength and style, no apologies, gave me clarity. For the first time, I saw my path forward, clear as day.
Nope, just light. Not anything special.
Too bad giants have to follow prophecy.
Who cares? Make your own path, just like we've been doing here.
Oh, I can't go that way. Hey. What you got in here for me, chest? More Yidlar timber and honed metal.
Step aside, little man. This one's stuck too, but I feel it weakening. I can feel it. It's definitely... Got it.
Sure looks like it.
Bring it on!
Yoppa!
You want some of this?
Oh, those weren't what I thought they were.
Not bad. Guess you make a good team.
Yeah.
Where to now?
Looks like it's through here. But it's blocked.
Oh, imagine that. The pathway ahead is blocked.
What if I move this? Aha! Can you get up there? See if you can find a way to cut the crate down on the other side. I'll wait here. I don't have a fancy way up like you do.
Got it. Ingrid, was I too rude about her grandfather? She should know the truth, right? Yeah, guess so.
Hey, you talking to me?
No. Just talking to Ingrid.
Okay. Well, I'm waiting.
Just magically teleport the hex over to me.
Let's see. Where can I get a better view of that crate?
Ooh, shiny chest. Gimme. Release the hounds.
You did it!
Better get back.
Release the hounds!
I got it!
Knock it off. Oh, really? Really? Jerk. I win, you lose. Haha.
All right, the path's open. Let's go.
Whoa, the mask is freaking out. We must be close. What was that?
Don't look at me. You're the one who's been here before.
It's probably nothing.
Doesn't sound like nothing.
What am I about to fight?
We gotta get out of here.
The mask. We're so close. Besides, I don't think it's dangerous.
Are we looking at the same thing?
Nipple
He's
here
locked up for a good
landing.
reason.
I can feel what he's feeling. It's a giant thing. Look, he just wants to be free. The piece must be behind him. Trust me.
All right, let's start with the lock not near its teeth.
That is one big pupper.
There we go.
Heavy sleeper. Let's do the next.
Yeah, let's just release the big Fenrir.
All right. There.
Looks like there was another one under his foot.
Look out! You're welcome, mangy mutt.
Let's look in the chamber he was guarding.
Well, at least he didn't attack us.
A dead end? Please tell me it's down in the water or something.
There's... How? It's not responding anymore. This has never happened.
But you said trust you. And we let that thing loose. Grandfather's gonna kill me. We gotta get out of here. Come on.
Through. Wait up.
Maybe we missed it. Maybe it's back here.
Through. It's gonna be okay.
How can you say that? I shouldn't have listened to you.
Look, if I made a mistake, I'll fix it. I can find the piece.